Hey everybody, what's happening? I am back. I have a new car in the fleet. I just picked it up yesterday. It is a beautiful, big, giant Buick, and it is long, and it's pretty good, really. Uh, Somebody had it listed up for $1,200, and I saw it, and I said that needs to come home with me. And after a little bit of negotiating, I paid $800 for it. It runs and drives and stops. I didn't drive it home. I trailered it home. The tires are about as old as the vehicle itself, so I just didn't want to risk it. And I got a spare motor and transmission with it for the asking price for that price as well. So I feel like I did really well on it. A lot of people feel like these are from the malaise era of car manufacturing. However, this is what people my age can get into right now for not a lot of money. I don't want to take out a home equity loan to go buy a vintage car. I want something I can hop in and drive and just have it be a little bit different. And these things are cool. I like them. I just think they're the neatest things I ever put on the road. They ride like clouds. I mean, I'm going to sit on this mile-long front bumper here and just check out the motion on that sucker. That's nothing you would ever get in today's society. I mean, this is like driving on a waterbed. It's truly incredible. So that being said, I haven't done anything to this car yet. I literally just pulled it off the trailer and drove it up here. We're going to look at it, go all through it, see a little bit of its amenities, how fine they would have treated you back in 1973, and we'll just check it out. Thanks. First thing we're going to do is just give a little walk around the car. You'll see some dings up here, obviously, but I might be able to work those out. I know a guy. There's not a lot of rust on this car, but the only real bummer is that it's right up here in front on this really cool, actually, hood, the way it wraps around. I really like that. That might be fixable with a little bit of Bondo and love. You'll see the bumper sticks way out on these cars, quite a ways. This was government mandated in, I think, 72 or 73, that all vehicles had to have a 5-mile-an-hour crash tested bumper. So for insurance companies, basically, so that you could get into a little fender bender and not have it cost a boatload of money. So there's these little struts in there that actually compress a little bit. So you can actually take those out and scooch these bumpers in, and some people do. I might. And this is a LeSabre Custom. So I think this is like not the base, but somewhere in the middle, not the top either. You see Lando roof up here. It's starting to peel off. Probably the best thing to do with that is just to rip off the rest of the white vinyl and find any, I'm sure there's a little bit of rust here and there, and patch it up and just paint it probably. Huge bumpers on these things. Pretty good looking rear of the car, actually. And this is almost, I wouldn't call it a fastback, but I think they designed it with something like that in mind, where it's got a little bit of sportiness to it. I don't think they'd totally given it up at this point, but it isn't that beautiful root beer brown that you really didn't see after the 70s. And it's just nice. Not a whole heck of a lot in here. Spare tire jack original. That's kind of neat. Y pipe must be out of this spare motor that I got, and the air cleaner too. Not too bad back here. A lot of trunks are obviously rusted out. This one's rock solid. Another place they usually rot out are these seams back here. But this one looks pretty decent. I mean, you keep these clean, they don't rot in that spot, but what happens is dirt collects in them and they literally rot from the inside out. Not bad. One more cool feature since I'm back here is, obviously, there's the gas fill. Pretty neat. No side panels whatsoever, no side doors or anything. It's just right down in there. Kind of cool. I don't even think I lifted the hood up on this thing when I bought it. He had a video of it running, so I that's all the I really looked under it. That is a Buick 350. A lot of it different than a Chevy 350. It shares no architecture from it whatsoever. Pretty cool motor. They're really overbuilt for really compared to a regular 350 Chevy, in my humble opinion. Let's take a little closer look at that thing. So really the first thing you would notice that's really different about these, that you would be like, oh, that's not a Chevy distributor right in the front. I like that a lot. That is one of the main reasons why I actually prefer working on Fords over Chevys most of the time. Old stuff anyways, is the distributors right in the front. It makes it so much easier to fix, diagnose, mess with, time, everything. I really like that feature. That's nice. I really didn't know much about Buicks beforehand, about 350s, their 350s, but I did notice that, and I like that quite a bit. That's a nice feature. Oil filter, literally reach your hand down right there. It's right there to get at. I like that a lot. They've done a lot of nice things to make this, I think, pretty easy to work on for just about anybody. Under the hood, the whole insulation thing is still intact, which is pretty wild to see. Usually those are rodentiated up or just ripped out or get caught in the fan and make a real nice racket first thing in the morning. But yeah, this is a 4-barrel, and it is factory 4-barrel. I don't know what the output of these things are. This was, beginning of the smog era, and went to SAE power ratings, so they went down quite a bit, just based on what they actually said they were. So I'm not sure what the output on that thing is, but probably not a lot, but plenty to propel this giant down the road. Let's get inside and check out the innards of this critter. Now, the first thing you might notice about this thing is no B-pillar. This is what they call a hard top. It's like a lame man's convertible. All the fun and glitz and glamour of no B-pillar, and they sort of sold it as not quite a convertible, but a little bit better than a B-pillar car. I'm not sure. It is kind of neat to have a big opening like that. It's nothing they do today, that's for sure, because I'm sure this roof is not rollover incredibly safe or anything like that. That being said, let's check out the back seat. Very luxurious. We've got ashtrays in the back. Kids can have a smoke while mom and dad fight. Nice. Roll down and up windows. Power, or not power, manual locks. Nothing fancy there. Back seat is in not great condition. Got these nice covers though, so we're golden. I mean, it's gonna be like it's refurbished when I'm all done with it. The sun got to it a little bit, I'm sure, is what a lot of this bake is. It was just sitting, in the sun for a long time, but not bad. And this is about the sketchiest thing I've ever seen. This is like I don't know what this is. Like, this is a first-gen lap belt or a shoulder belt or something. I don't know where that would attach to. Doesn't exactly, fill me with confidence, but there is. Let's see if I can get up. So there's lap belts, and this is some sort of shoulder belt too. I'm not sure how that would have worked. I'll figure that out later. Headliner, actually in really nice shape. That's almost the most surprising part. Missing the little plastic dome light cover. Real shame there. But the rest is halfway decent. And we got genuine imitation wood grain paneling right here. That's what you paid for back in the day. That's where you get the custom label. That's nice. With a little bit of pleather. That might be, I can't tell if that's real leather or fake leather, but it's something. Real nice. And then we got the front. Only one mirror I noticed right away. There is no passenger mirror, and that was an option back in the day. There's not even a spot for it, you see? No holes, no nothing, so there never was one there. Sort of interesting. Let's up climb inside. Carpets in here are they're all there, and they're not terribly roached out or anything. If you've never been in a car from the 70s though, it has that very distinct 70s car smell. I don't know how else to describe it. That's just exactly what they all smell like. They just have a peculiar odor to them. If it was the chemicals or the materials they used in the 70s, every car from the 70s has that smell. Don't know what it is, why it is, but it's there. Check out the glove box. It's always a thing of interest. Little fake flower. Let's see. Insurance from 1994. Pretty cool. That's the year I was born. Interesting. Something. I got this from not quite the original owners, but very close to it. The same family had owned it since brand new, and they'd given it to some family friends for free, actually, but they just had too much going on and couldn't take on another car. So it's pretty cool, all the original paperwork and stuff. All the receipts for all the stuff they had done over the years. That's cool. I like to see that. This is from Wisconsin too. I wonder what year this map's from. Looks 70s or looks 80s to me, honestly. If I were to judge by that. Yeah. Gotta be. Anywho. Oh, Minnesota map. So they must have taken this thing a couple of little road trips. They got a Michigan in here? They do. That's where I'm from, Michigan. It's your maintenance schedule. Probably no one ever looked at that thing. Your clear coat ripoff. They were still doing that back then because they needed to make an extra buck on the whole deal. This is the first year, I think, that they went to the lower compression head so that you could use the lower octane non-leaded fuels in it. So that is a change. And then ice scraper, razor, permanent marker, spoon, fork. A fella could live in here, really. And some other odds and ends, but nothing wild. Pretty good little pile of stuff. Nothing incriminating crime or anything like that. So not bad. I'm going to stick all this back in there and probably go through it with a fine-tooth comb eventually. That is amazing how much stuff this glove box had in it, though. I mean, like, you think about modern-day glove boxes, you can fit, like, half a stick of gum in there, and that's it. And this is all of your empire right here. Pretty bare bones, I would say. I don't know if these things were factory back in the day. I don't think so, but every car from the 70s that I've got has had this exact cup holder in it. I don't think they came with cup holders back in the day or something, but they all have this exact beige colored cup holder. Kind of odd. Let's see. Still has the lighter in it. Nice. Someone will be able to still burn their fingers on that someday. That's nice to see. But it doesn't look like it's been smoked in. Just some rat turds and some other odds and ends. So that's nice. Basic radio. I think, I don't know if that's just AM or if it's FM too at this point. Probably FM AM. Your heater control, your windshield wipers, your lights. And that's about it. Your hood stops and goes. One nice thing with this car is it was from the fairly original owner, so I did get actually 2 sets of keys. So there's one in the back right now in the trunk, and here's another set right here. So really living it up. Okay, see how this beautiful machine starts up. Starts really easy. Sounds pretty good. Let's see, windshield wipers, check. Count it. Those function. Impressive. Fan. Those came on. Very impressive. Check that off the list. Radio. This is a doubtful one. No radio. Nothing, a Bluetooth speaker can't fix. Isn't that cool though, how they used to set the channels that had to physically move it? Who knows how that works? Just witchcraft, I'm sure. But neat nonetheless. Uh, let's check lights. Okay, so I pulled the bumper. It's got lights. No lights. Tail lights though. That's pretty good. I don't think I'd really ever be driving this thing at night anyways. All right, left blinker. I think it illuminated, or is brighter, but it's not flashing. This thing might need a flasher. Let's see, right. That is flashing on the dash. And it's flashing back there. Oh, it stopped. So I would say it probably needs a flasher or a little cleaning in the actual implement there. Nothing up here. Front directionals are not as important as rear directionals, in my opinion. People coming past, you don't need to know where I'm going. Jeez. Left up front. Nothing. I'm not even sure where the directionals are. Oh, they're way down low. Oh, and that one is illuminated, but not flashing. So I'm going to stick a flasher in the thing and see what it does, but that'll be my first course of action. I think we should take it for a little drive, see how she operates. Left blinker just cured itself. The blessing. So we're getting there. We're practically street legal. So as you can see, it goes in reverse just fine. Beautiful. Brakes are a little soft. I haven't checked a single fluid in this thing. I'm just going off of feel. I mean, she's smooth as butter. Nice. And brakes are a little soft, that's for sure. But they still stop. One, two. Three. Perfect. This is a 3-speed automatic transmission. Don't know exactly what they were calling at that point. You know, everybody's got their different name for these things. Hydromatic, Automagic, whatever. It's smooth though. It shifts nicely. We're going about 40 right now, and the speedo does seem to be working. It's pretty impressive. It's not even jumping all over, which is really incredible. If this thing had better tires on it, I would not hesitate to drive it across the country in its current state. This is smooth. I'm telling you that right now. And the ride quality in this, I don't know where you can get it today. $80,000 Escalade, maybe. And even then, those ride like cars too, and not like 70s cars. I mean like passenger cars. Not that smooth. And let me take my hand off the wheel and careen into the ditch. Now that pulls a little bit to the right, but not horrible. Is it fast? I don't think so. But I don't think it's really meant to be either. It's meant to cruise. And cruise it does. In conclusion, I am just incredibly pleased with this. I mean, this is 18 feet of fun. I know I measured it, and I just think, what the heck can you buy for 800 bucks these days that runs, drives, moves, stops? I mean, there's nothing you could buy for 800 bucks that'd be close to this much fun or this easy to work on or this anything. It's a neat car for not a lot of money. I think it's fun. It is totally my cup of tea. I love big old cars, and this exactly scratches that itch. So, you know, if you see one up for sale, buy it. It's just going to be a lot of fun. You're not going to regret it. I mean, if I had to sell it tomorrow, I could sell it again for 800 bucks or whatever. You know, I got nothing into it except, you know, some fun, and I'm going to have some fun with it. I'm probably going to just get this thing all buffed up. It's actually going to buff up pretty good, I think. and I'm gonna do some wiper blades, do some fixing, go through on the small stuff, put those seat covers on, make it look like brand new, basically, and just drive the thing. You know, have fun with it. And I'm gonna have this car again when I'm doing all that little stuff to it. So, see you next time. Thanks for watching.